About 7 years ago, it's actually 7 years ago this May, my son, my middle son, 18-year-old, died. He took his life after taking drugs, started with prescription drugs. And after his taking his life, it became apparent to me the problem with prescription drugs in our nation. And Cindy Harney, who is with me today, joined this effort, and we've been working towards this for almost 7 years now. We've worked in Tallahassee to help the prescription drug monitoring program development. We testified before the legislature there. We did go to Congressman Buchanan about a year and a half ago with our concerns of this epidemic in our area of prescription drugs, the youth that were losing their lives, the older people that are becoming addicted to these opioids. And here we are today, less than a year and a half later, and hopefully we see this bill passed.
Cindy?
I lost my son to a prescription drug overdose at the age of 20. Today's his birthday, and just coming up here and being in support of Congressman Buchanan's pill mill bill has been more than these last 7 years are not in vain. And maybe someone else won't have to die. It doesn't bring our boys back, but again, maybe it will save someone else's.
Congressman, can you talk about what it means to you personally to have two of your constituents come up here from Sarasota and Bradenton, respectively, to kind of join you in this cause?
Well, again, as someone that has two sons, I can't imagine it. Ruth and Cindy, the courage that they've had to not only work with us in terms of our pill mill bill, but in terms of what they're doing with the Attorney General Pam Bondi and local law enforcement. They have been heroes for a lot of us. I think we're losing 13 kids a day in Florida because of prescription drug abuse, and their leadership has made a difference. I think we've gone a long way in the last couple of years in terms of cutting down a lot of the pill mills. There's 1,300 in Florida. Someone said there was more McDonald's than pill mills. So I just appreciate their courage and their energy and their ability to really articulate this, and it's made a big big effort today in terms we met with the FDA and the DEA, and they heard firsthand some of the testimony from these ladies in our community, and we're going to continue to fight until these prescription drug dealers are out of business.
And Ruth, what does it mean to you to have your own congressman, your own representative, 435 congressmen, 100 senators, yet from your neck of the woods, kind of championing your cause?
Well, I appreciate the congressman's his persistence with this and his sense of urgency. We saw 1,500 Floridians die in 2010 from oxycodone overdoses. This shouldn't be taken lightly, and the congressman didn't take it lightly. He's put every effort forward to do something about this through the bill and through the rescheduling of these drugs.
Cindy, can you comment on that as well?
Losing 40 people a day is unacceptable. And like Ruth had said, Congressman Buchanan said this isn't going to happen.
Congressman, where do we need to go from here?
Well, again, we need to pass our bill with their help. We will. I just want to say, when I first met them, they came in and had laid in our office in Sarasota and laid out all these young people that had passed away by prescription drug abuse. It's one thing to read it in the paper. It's another thing to see all these faces and families that have been affected in our local community. But we're going to do everything we can, myself and our staff, with Ruth and Cindy, to really make sure we shut these pill mills down and make sure no other families are affected, whether they're losing their sons or their daughters. It's unimaginable. This has got to stop, and I think together we can make that happen.